Hello BookTube, Sarah here, and welcome to my channel. Today I'm coming to you with my Harlequin anticipated reads for April of 2020. I know, it's been a hot minute since I've done one of these videos. Don't think I did one in January or February, so now it's March. I think, yeah, it's been at least a good couple months. And I know a lot of you have requested this. A lot of you really do like these videos, so I do apologize. But here we are. And yeah, I'm excited about sitting down and sharing these books with you. I am not going to ask you guys to pick me a book though. I'm not really doing that anymore. Trying to read that one. I'm just let me know in the comments below what book sounds the most exciting to you, just out of curiosity. Are there any other ones that you see that are coming out that you would enjoy actually more? So as I go through these, I pick each imprint, and I pick one book from each imprint coming out the next month. In this case, it's April, and I share it with you guys. So the first one, of course, for the Harlequin Desire line, we have Seduced by Steele, and this is by the great Brenda Jackson, who I absolutely love and adore. And this is the 12th book in the Forged in Steel series. Pretty sure these are not ones that you necessarily need to read in order, but I love the premise of this one. And it's about a woman who is caught driving a stolen vintage car. And the car belongs to a guy by the name of Mercury Steele. That's his name. And turns out she is a runaway heiress, but she is penniless. She's on the run from her tyrannical family, who I guess maybe is trying to make her do something she doesn't necessarily want to do. And this billionaire named Mercury decides to protect her. And yeah, I just love the fact that she was caught stealing a car, a vintage car. And it just sounds really good. And it's Brenda Jackson. You cannot go wrong with a Brenda Jackson novel. Highly, highly recommend. Next up, we have a Harlequin heartwarming, and this is Enchanted by the Rodeo Queen by Melinda Curtis. This is the 5th book in the Mountain Monroe series. I have to admit, the first thing that drew me to this, of course, was the cover. That cover, I don't know what it is. It makes me smile. It just looks so super fantastic. So this is about a former rodeo queen by the name of Emily. And she has been living in this small town called Second Chance, Idaho, and she's pretty much done with waiting for a cowboy to come and sweep her off her feet. So she decides she's going to leave town, but then she gets a job offer from this gentleman who's actually a bigwig in Hollywood, I think. And he's kind of, I guess, gotten this ranch somehow, and he doesn't know what to do with it, so he hires her on as like the forewoman of the ranch, and of course the two of them find romance together. Sounds delightful, but again, it's the cover that just makes me super happy. Melinda Curtis I have also read before. She is fantastic. I have a book from her from NetGalley to read, I think, next month. That sounds really, really cute, and I read one back in December by her. Very great, really, really great author, and these heartwarming books are actually all clean romances. So if you are looking for something without a lot of the hanky-panky that is usually found in a lot of romance novels, definitely check these ones out. Next, we have a Harlequin historical, and as soon as I saw this one, I'm like, I don't care what other books are coming out in the historical line. This one is the one that is going to get talked about in this video for a couple reasons. One, it's by Lauri Robinson. If you guys didn't know, she is one of my favorite authors for the Harlequin historical line. And for two, this one does not take place in your typical historical Regency period that you see a lot of with these books. It takes place in the Roaring 20s. Yay! And that book is The Flapper's Fake Fiance by, as I already said, the great Lauri Robinson. This is the first book in the Sisters of the Roaring 20s series. And it's about a woman who is very well-to-do heiress during the day, but by night she dances at speakeasies in Hollywood. And she is trying to live out her dream of becoming a reporter. I love this girl already, and I haven't even read the book yet. I do plan on picking this one up as soon as I can. But anyway, she is investigating, the mystery of an escaped convict. And this editor comes to her, and he's like, want to work together. And then I think maybe they are caught in some sort of a compromising position, maybe even alone together in a room. I mean, it was still the 1920s. That was a thing. And now they have to pretend that they're actually engaged. Or maybe they are pretending for the sake of the story. I'm not too sure, but it sounds delightful. And that cover is gorgeous. Oh, out of all the books I'm going to mention, this is probably the one I am most looking forward to this month. And yeah, if you have not read this author, I highly recommend it. One of her books that I read back in 2018, I think was one of my favorite books of the year, which was Diary of a War Bride. So if you have not read that one either, I absolutely recommend that you give that one a try as well. Next, we have a Harlequin intrigue novel, and this is 48 Hour Lockdown by Carla Cassidy. Love, love, love Carla Cassidy's writing. This one looks great. It is the first book in the Tactical Crime Division series. The Tactical Crime Division is a offshot. I guess maybe they work in conjunction with or are a team of the FBI, and they are kind of brought in for certain missions and things like that. So in this book, it's actually a school that's on lockdown because there's a gunman. Is it a gunman? Bear with. School invasion. It doesn't say anything about a gunman, but it's a school invasion. So the school's on lockdown. And the leader, I guess, of this tactical team, his ex is one of the teachers in the school. So it's going to go from there. It sounds really good. And yeah, I'm very, very much looking forward to this one. Carla Cassidy, she is fantastic. And the premise of this one, as much as it is true to life in a way with some of the things that are happening in the world, I think it's still going to be a very, very good story. Next up, we have a Harlequin romance, and this is The Bodyguard and the Heiress by Susan Meier. This is book number 2 in the Missing Manhattan Heirs series. Now, I read the first one back in December, the Cinderella's $1 billion Christmas, I think it was called, and I really enjoyed it. So the whole premise of this series is about this man who fathered these children with different mothers, I guess, and now he's passed away. They don't know that he was their father, and he has billions of dollars, and now these people are being hunted out, told that they are now heirs to this massive fortune. And this is about the next character. Her name is Belle, and no, I'm sorry, it's not. It's Charlotte. And she, of course, needs a bodyguard, and it is, of course, the romance between her and the bodyguard as she learns to navigate this new life of hers. I really liked the first book. I thought it was super delightful, and I think this one will be a lot of fun as well. Next, we have a Harlequin romantic suspense, and that is Colton's Deadly Disguise by Geri Krotow. This is book number 7 in the Coltons of Mustang Valley series. Again, not necessarily a series you need to read in order. This one, the very first line, it says, when Belle Colton undergoes a makeover to enter a beauty pageant, she's on a mission. And all I could think of was Miss Congeniality. I'm like, I think I want to read this, please. But no, it gets a little bit more serious than that. She is determined to find out why her best friend died, or how her best friend died. And an FBI agent gets caught up in the mix because he is chasing a serial killer, and it sounds like Belle might be after the same guy to find out what happened to her best friend. So it sounds really good, but again, it was that first line when I was reading the back of this book that made me go, yep, sounds like a Miss Congeniality. I'm sure it's not going to be anything at all like that, but that, of course, was the first thing I thought of. And I have read this author before. I really like her work, and am looking forward to this one. Next, we have a Harlequin Special Edition, and this is Southern Charm and Second Chances by Nancy Robards Thompson. This is the second book in the Savannah Sisters series. The first book, which I think came out last November or December, made my list that month. And this one sounds super, super cute. It is about, a woman by the name of Jane, and she's a pastry chef, and a gentleman by the name of Liam, and he is a celebrity chef. So it turns out that the two of them used to work together at a restaurant in New York. And he actually fired her for reasons we don't currently know. And she moved down to Savannah, Georgia, and got a job as a pastry chef. And he has now come down, unbeknownst to him, that she is working there. And I think, did he buy the restaurant? I don't know. It doesn't say. But it sounds like they need him for this restaurant to succeed. So he might have come in as the celebrity chef. But it sounds really good, of course, don't get too close to the stove because you're going to get burned kind of an idea. But obviously an enemies to lovers story. The cover looks super cute. Savannah, Georgia. I love stories that are set in Savannah. I don't know what it is. But yeah, that Southern charm, I am very, very much looking forward to this. Next, we have a love-inspired romance, and this is Learning to Trust by Ruth Logan Herne. And this is the second book in the Golden Grove series. So this one sounds super cute. The Love Inspired series, for those of you who do not know, are Christian faith-based romances. So they are clean romance and they are faith-based. So this one is about a man who, you know, is he a widower? He's a widower. And he doesn't feel like he needs a wife. He's happily raising his 8-year-old daughter, but his daughter has other ideas. She wants a mom. So she starts a campaign on social media to try and get him a new wife. And there's supposedly a lot of interest in him, but he kind of has his eyes on his daughter's teacher. And it sounds delightful and sweet and cute. I love the social media aspect of it. I'm really interested to see how that plays out. And this one sounds absolutely delightful. And last but not least, we have a love-inspired suspense novel. And this is A Border Breach by Darlene L. Turner. And this is not part of a series, but I saw the cover and I thought, okay, what's going on, you know, at the border, where on the border? But it's actually the Canadian border. And I'm like, yay! Canadian content. It is about a Canadian border agent and a local police officer. And the two of them teaming up to deal with drug smugglers coming into Canada. I don't know from where this border is located. The Canadian-American border is quite large. Yeah, so I am very, very interested in this one. Again, Canadian content. I don't know if the author herself is Canadian. I should check that out and see. But yeah, this one sounds really, really interesting. And anything about like border patrol and stuff like that, I find very interesting because those people have very difficult jobs, ones that I wouldn't want to deal with at all. And yeah, I am very interested to read this one as well. So anyway, guys, that is all that I have for today's video. I do hope that you enjoyed it. Please let me know again in the comments below, which of these books sound good to you, or are there any on the that are coming out in April that you saw that you would be interested in as well? And yeah, if you guys want, I don't know, I said I wasn't going to do the whole pick me a book thing, but if you guys want to pick me one, by all means go ahead, and I can always order it and try and fit it in to read in April. I think you guys might know, though, which one I have my heart set on. See how well y'all know me and how well you paid attention in this video. Let me know in the comments below. And until my next one, everybody, take care and happy reading. Thank you all so much for watching. Bye, guys.